Sunday Night Football. Pittsburgh Steelers at the Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders favored by 2.5 here. A couple one-on-one teams, one-and-one teams. Pittsburgh's offense is in, every chart that you see, every way that you slice it. Pittsburgh's offense is at a different level of poor right now. Again, we might look back at what they've faced and say, hey, they faced the Niners defense, they faced the Browns defense. That's actually as difficult of a start as you could have. But also Pittsburgh's offense is a part of that. Their pass blocking, Kenny Pickett not playing well, Matt Canada scheming it up. It's all bad on Pittsburgh. But we saw last week their defense can win games for them. They can win with defensive touchdowns. I'm not saying they'll do that every week, but that has been the staple. As long as TJ Watt is healthy and out there, they have a potential game-changing defense. So should be a fun matchup, Steelers and Raiders.
Yeah, I can't even sort of take... Monday night didn't do anything to make me more confident with Pittsburgh, given where I was preseason. Their offense still looks awful. Kenny Pickett was disastrous. Everything was bad. We've covered the Myles Garrett impact or lack of impact, but the whole offense looked poor. The only thing they ever got going was George Pickens when they tried to force feed him the ball a little bit. And honestly, that should be a pretty big part of the offense right now. But the whole thing is a mess. The Raiders' defense is not good. Max Crosby is the one source of pressure that they have that's reliable. He has 10, I think, pressures through 2 weeks. Nobody else has more than 2. If Pittsburgh can figure out a way of limiting the damage that Max Crosby does, if they can't get it going against the Raiders defense, they're never going to get it going.
Rookie Tyree Wilson, so when we do win percentage, the pass rush win rate that is all the rage this week across the interwebs, when we're calculating this, we're taking out plays that are cleanup pressures, that are pursuit pressures, that are just basically late in the down. So we're looking at pass rush win rate. Did you win within the flow of the play? So Tyree Wilson, the rookie developmental edge, I know he missed training camps coming off a foot injury, but he has a win percentage of 0 right now, has not won a rep by our numbers at PFF. He does have a sack, so that doesn't go to the win rate column. It's still a pressure. He gets credit for the sack. But it was a pursuit sack where Russell Wilson held the ball for about 5 or 6 seconds. My point is, that's where the help needs to come from, Sam. They need rookie Tyree Wilson to step up and do something here. And we've seen the Raiders, their defense I thought was promising in week 1 against Denver. They got pretty well torched in the run game against Buffalo. Josh Allen picked them apart. So which Raiders defense shows up here? I think they're always playing with fire because of their inability to affect the quarterback, to your point, beyond Max Crosby.
Definitely. And then the other side of the ball, the good news for Pittsburgh is I thought that defense looked very good. The furore around Alex Highsmith and TJ Watt, those guys did make game-changing plays. They both were the top 2 graded players on that defense. The Steelers' defense has an array of impressive game-changing players, and that's going to put some pressure on Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, the Raiders' offensive line has been really good, particularly from a pass blocking standpoint, and it's been moving in that direction for a couple of years now. So that's a good push and pull type battle, how that Pittsburgh pass rush gets pressure against Jimmy G.
Raiders have not gotten Josh Jacobs going at all through 2 games. Pittsburgh has been hit or miss from a run defense standpoint over these last couple of years. Feels like a game where that is what the Raiders want to do. Last year's leading rusher, Josh Jacobs, they had a lot of games last year where he was the guy, man. There's probably 2 or 3 running backs every year that can carry a team. Josh Jacobs was one of those guys last year, overtime, walk-off, touchdowns, and the whole deal. So this needs to be a get-right game, I think, for the Raiders' run game. They're going to try that. They played it's their first home game, which, again, that can skew perception sometimes when a team hasn't played home yet. So I think the Raiders might surprise some people in this one. I think that's a big part of why they're favored by 2.5.
Yeah,
I don't know where I want to go here. That feels like a lot for 2 teams that might be evenly matched here.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give Pittsburgh one more week to prove something. I like their defense. I think they're going to have a lot of joy against the Raiders, but that offense has been awful for the first couple of weeks, and if that doesn't improve, they're not going anywhere.
And theoretically, the Niners and Browns defensively should be at a whole different level from the Raiders. So if there's a week for the Pittsburgh to get back on track, it's this week. All right, I'll take Pittsburgh as underdogs here on Sunday Night Football. Last year it was a Christmas Eve they played. Kenny Pickett late game magic. See if they can get back to that here.